as a figure that is generic and universal. When I say generic, it means that it doesn't refer to someone in a way that specifies their race or their gender or their nationality. And sometimes people are skeptical. They're like, well, wait a minute, isn't really Camarada just a figure of, white European masculinity? And that's actually like a really terrible suspicion, because it totally erases the heroic contributions of comrades from all over the world for hundreds and hundreds of years. Right? I mean, it acts as if there was not a revolution in China or Vietnam or Korea or Cuba, or the struggles in Africa and other parts of Asia and Southeast Asia for liberation. It acts as if there have not been women comrades fiercely engaged from the very beginning. So I think we have to really resist this idea that a generic term like comrade is somehow secretly not generic, like somehow secretly already partial to a gender or a race, because it's just not that way. It has not been the case that real existing comrades, real existing fighters in struggle have been confined to just one race or just one sex. When we recognize this, we also demonstrate our continued solidarity with our comrades who have passed, right? With their heroism, with their sacrifice. I mean, it always strikes me when people say things like, well, isn't it just like communism is a term that people don't like, and like maybe we should just like rebrand it and not say communist anymore, or not say words like comrade because they sound too communist, and doesn't it have too much of a bad rep, and isn't it sort of off-putting? Like, when people say that, it's like they're betraying the legacy of millions of people, right? They're dishonoring millions of people who fought and died, who gave their lives for an emancipatory, egalitarian struggle for a better world, right? To rid the world of exploitation and oppression, right? It's like if we don't recognize the struggles of communists from all over the world throughout our past as heroic struggles, if we don't honor those, I would just say that we've given up, right? But we need to anchor our struggle in those struggles and recognize, yes, there were mistakes, and there were defeats, and there was also dedication. And part of being a comrade is also to extend comradeship to the comrades that came before us, as well as to generations in the future.